And I've just realized that I haven't switched my microphone on. So I'll start again. Who's in the room? Marie's the name. Mark, hi Rob, Paul Black, Vincenzo, Arkansas, Dave. Hi Dave. I see you're moderating for me again this week. Thanks very much. I know Earl. Yeah, Earl's just said there was no sound. I forgot to turn my microphone on. What a mess. What a mess I am. So you should be able to hear me now. John saying hello, hello, hello. Well, these things happen. So as I said, welcome to another Sunday evening with my Elvis friends here. As I always say, welcome to my channel, but it's not actually my channel. It's welcome to your channel because this is your channel. This is all for you. It's still 0-0. Thanks, Danny. Danny is keeping me up to date with a football match that's going on. It's clashing with this live stream, but there's no way I would abandon you on a Sunday, even for my football team. So yeah, sorry about that. Dave says you get one mistake. I wonder why I was getting no feedback from anybody. Ay. Okay, did everybody check out my videos this week on the upstairs virtual tour, if you like, of the upstairs of Graceland? Stephen says that he's booked to see Ginger Alden after me interviewing Ginger Alden. If there's still anybody that's watching this channel that hasn't checked out that video I did, the interview with Ginger, please check it out. It was a really good interview. I've changed the ticker as well down below there so that you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook as well if you use Facebook and Twitter. Hello, JC22. Jill says she thought she'd gone deaf. Yeah, I know. I could have been talking here for half an hour and not realized. I hope everybody is doing well. I look forward to doing these videos on a Sunday, so much so that I now do one on a Wednesday as well. I've got a interview coming up on Tuesday. Hopefully, if I work really fast, I can get it edited and uploaded for Wednesday, and then I can tell you all about it just before it goes live on my live stream on Wednesday. Annie Y says, hello, am I deaf? No, it's coming through now. It's coming through now anyway. Yeah, okay, so people are saying that they saw the video about upstairs, but I then had to make a follow-up because what had happened was I said that the access to the attic in Graceland was between the doors for Lisa Marie's bedroom and the bodyguard and dressing room bedroom, but actually it's not. It's behind a door that's behind the padded door that goes into Elvis's bedroom. So yeah, I kind of had to make a follow-up. So if you haven't seen the follow-up video, check it out. It's I think it's labeled Access to the Attic in Graceland. So yeah, that's basically it. And since then, I've actually, somebody sent me, somebody called Riley. Thanks very much, Riley, if you're watching or listening. Sent me an up-to-date floor plan of Graceland. So what I might do is just do a very, very quick follow-up to the second video to show you exactly where we believe the access to the attic is. Marcia, I know she said she was going crazy trying to figure out why I had no sound. Yeah, I know. Embarrassing or what? I was talking to myself there for about 30 seconds. Edison says he's related to Billy Smith and Elvis. Well, Billy Smith will probably be able to tell us exactly where the access to Graceland is then. I've been trying to get hold of Billy, but I don't think he's actually doing interviews anymore, which is fair enough. Still nothing from Anne Margaret. I don't know whether I'll actually ever hear anything from Anne Margaret, but there you go. Don't forget your super chats if you do want to. If you feel like you want to donate to this channel, you can do so by clicking on the little dollar sign next to the comments box, and it just helps out a little bit, just covers a few of my expenses. if you don't want to, don't worry, no problem. No, it wasn't Riley Keough, unfortunately. So what we do every Sunday is we do a fan of the month, and then we do. I tell you what my song of the week is. And for anybody that isn't familiar yet with my song of the week, it's basically a song that I've been playing a lot more this week, just gone, than most others. You know, in other words, I've been playing it on repeat or listening to it every day, something like that. And it's gonna, you know, I'm gonna try and pick one sort of not as not as well known. I'm gonna pick ones that are a little bit more obscure, ones that people might not even have heard for a few years or just forgotten about. So that's it. That'll be coming up after the quiz. And if everybody is ready, let's see now. We're about 8 minutes in, so I normally wait 8 or 9 minutes just to make sure that everybody's on board that wants to be on board. Lou Dan says, I like the Song of the Week feature. Good. I'm hoping you'll like this one coming up. I'm going to tell you actually what year it's from, and it's from 1972. There you go. It's a Song of the Week from 1972. So that'll give you a little bit of thinking to do. Next week's quiz is a theme quiz. The round is going to be B-sides of the 1960s. So it's when they were first released in America. So their initial release in America, what is the B-side of, and then I'll give you the A-side. So if you want to do a bit of brushing up between now and next Sunday, just a sip of water before I start in on the fan of the month questions. Yeah, Jill says that her song of the week is "Let's Forget About the Stars." Okay, yeah, that's quite an obscure one, because it wasn't even used in the end for what it was recorded for. Okay. I had no idea where the attic access was, Marcia says. Well, as I say, if you want to have a look at both those videos, and one follows up the other, as I say, if I do get time next week, I'll just do a very, very short explanatory video to show you the new floor plan that Riley sent me actually on. I think she sent it to me on Wednesday. I think the song "When I'm Over You." Yeah, that's a good one. Song of the Day. Yeah, that's good. Song of the Day. Yeah, not Song of the Week, but Song of the Day, from a Jack to a King. It can change every day, that's for sure. Right. Here we go. So, stand by, everybody, for week 2 of 4 of Fan of the Month. And for anybody that's interested, what this month's prize is, it's going to be a bootleg. A bootleg. I'm going to give you a bootleg now. I can either send you the file, I can email you the file, or I can burn it on a CD for you. It'll be up to you how you receive it. So there you go. Okay, so a bootleg. Right, and to be in with a chance of winning this bootleg, the first question is. It's a movie question. I know people say, "Oh no, not movies," but yeah, I do promise you, next week's theme will be B-sides of the 1960s. Hello from San Diego. How are you, Lewis? It looks like. Right, here we go. I'll start that again. In Elvis movies, what was the most common Christian name used for his character? Okay. And it's the first person I see that side. In Elvis movies, what was the most common Christian name used for his character? Wasn't Steve, no. Wasn't John. No, wasn't John. Tony? No. Mike. Hey, Juan. Good evening, Juan. How are you? My friend Juan. Yeah, a lot of people now are saying Mike. Yeah. So he was called Mike in It Happens at the World's Fair, Fun in Acapulco, and Spin Out. There you go. A lot of people are saying Mike. JC22, Jacqueline. Marcia says she'll have to look it up. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Joshua fit the battle. Yeah. Alfonso. Yeah. Jack. Hello there, young man. Yeah, Alfonso. Yeah. Yeah. So Juan is leading the pack today. Vincenzo, Mike, yeah. Yep. Okay, well, I think it's fair to say that we can move on to question number 2. And this is an easy one. This is actually, David, you know something? You could nearly get away with that, actually, Elvis. But it's his character's name. Okay. I think this is a really, really easy one. And again, it's just a 2-word answer, so it shouldn't take too long to type it out. And it basically is, the question number 2 is, who wrote the song Moody Blue? There you go. Very easy, that one. Banjo Paul, I love your style. You have one in the bag. Yeah. There's always one. That's what I said to Juan when I was talking to him on the phone there a couple of weeks ago. There's always one. There's always one. Marcia says it's called I Am the One. I was the one, yeah. Mark James. Who came up with Mark James? David Lunn. There you go. David Lunn. No, it wasn't Red West Bernadette. No. Mac Davis, no. Mark James says, yeah. Rob Jones, well done. Yeah. Vincenzo, Mark James, yeah. And what a fabulous song as well. Fabulous song. Yeah, Michael Perks as well. Yeah. So far it's Juan to Juan and 1 to David Lunn. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Again, a 2-word answer. This isn't directly to do with Elvis. It's to do with a member of his family. And the question 3 is, what are the Christian names of Lisa Marie's twin daughters? What are the Christian names of Lisa Marie's twin daughters? So even though it's not, directly an Elvis Presley question, it's near enough that I thought I'd sneak that one in. What are the Christian names of Lisa Marie's twin daughters? Finley Harper. Correct. Sparbara, right, was just before Ludane. Okay. Finley and Harper. Yeah, well done, Jack. Marie's the name. Juan says he's gone blank. Yeah, as I said last week or the week before, somebody else said they'd gone blank. I go blank very, very often. In fact, I go blank that I forget to turn my microphone on sometimes, which is what happened tonight. Oh, man. Finley and Harper must be, they must be 11 or 12 now, are they? They're a lot older than what I imagine them to be. I always think of them as, nearly toddlers, but they're probably not toddlers anymore. They're probably 11 or 12. Okay, so it's going to be evenly spread again this week by the looks of it. There's going to be no outright winner unless somebody gets the next 3 questions right. I was hoping that somebody might tell me how old they were, Finley and Harper. I think they're 11 or 12. I saw in the newspaper this week that Lisa Marie Presley has sold the house that she was living in California. So I don't know where she's going to be moving to or where she's going to live. But she's obviously there's terrible memories connected with that house now. Bernadette says she could only remember Finley. I know it's sometimes when that you just can't think. You can, a name you should know just at the top of your head, suddenly you just go blank. Dolores and Casey says that they're 12. Yeah. So they're on the brink of teenagers, and it only seems sort of like 5 minutes since we saw the photographs of her with the newborn twins in her arms. So Earl says they could even be 13 now, yeah. Time goes so fast. Time goes so fast. Yes, Dave, that's right. The one that Benjamin passed in. Yeah, she sold that house. Right. Don't believe it. Another movie question. There'll be no movie questions next week. No movie questions next week because it'll be B-sides. Okay? What was the name of Elvis's character in the movie Roustabout? Good movie. Good movie. Had some good songs in it, actually. It's a Wonderful World, that one where he's singing to when he's going on the Ferris wheel. Great tracking shot, that. They could have done that on green screen, but they didn't. Well, you could be right. She could be moving to Graceland. I did a live stream there a few months ago thinking, is she moving to Graceland? Scarza, Charlie Rogers. Yeah, Charlie Rogers, Jack, Juan, yeah. Arkansas Dave just says Charlie. That wouldn't have got it. That wouldn't have made it for you, Arkansas Dave. Sorry, I needed Charlie Rogers, and Scarza got in there first. Now I know that people are saying, oh, I got in first, but it's whoever I see first on this side. A lot of people now saying Charlie Rogers. Yeah, Lisa could do a lot worse than returning to England for a while. Maybe just put a little bit of separation between her and... hi, Carlo. I don't know whether Charlie Rogers was related to Kenny Rogers. Charlie Hodge. Yeah. Yes, David, you're right. Big Love, Big Heartache is another one as well. Hard Knocks. There was a few turkeys as well, though. But overall, it was probably one of his last really strong movie soundtracks. David Lund says blank. Little Egypt, yeah. Poison Ivy League was one of the ones I would say would be quite a weak song on that soundtrack. Nancy, I see you. It says, just tell me you see me. Yes. That's right. It always sticks in my head, actually, David, that Roustabout was, I think, his last number one album of the movie soundtracks. So it just goes to show what how strong a soundtrack it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Roustabout was his last number one. Earl says he thinks that Lisa might be moving to Nashville. Well, she has a house in Nashville, yeah. So, yeah. Right. I think it's fair to say that everybody is ready for the next question, question 5. One of my favourite scenes in Roustabout is the wall of death or whatever they call it, where Elvis gets on the bike. Oh, I thought that was a good one. I know it's a stunt man, but yeah, loved it for the wall of death and his leathers. Yeah. Yeah, now I got a bit confused there, Bernadette, because I was telling Bernadette earlier on that the this live stream is an hour later this week, but it's not an hour later for people in the UK. It's only an hour later for people in the US, because the US moved their clocks this morning, but we don't move ours until the 28th of March. So it's going to be a couple of hours later for the next couple of weeks until we move our clocks, and it'll all kind of fall back into place. Right, so here we go. Question number 5. Oh, this is a B-side question. I must have been going through B-sides when I thought about this, and it was, what was the B-side of the 1970 single "The Wonder of You" from April 1970? There you go. That's a taster for next week. What was the B-side of the 1970 single "The Wonder of You" in April 1970? And I always have a little drink while I'm waiting for somebody to give me the correct answer. Mama Like the Roses. Danny Hingley. Any score yet, Danny? Any day now? I've lost you. Any day now? It was actually Mama Like the Roses. And Danny was in there very quick. Jack was in there very quick. JC22. Vincenzo. It's all about speed. It's all about who comes out on, no, it wasn't It Hurts Me, Dave. No, it wasn't. Actually, It Hurts Me was a lot earlier than that. Danny, we're making we're huffing and puffing, are we? We're huffing and puffing at the football by the sounds of it. Typical. Okay. Rob says Mama Like the Roses. Yeah. I say it every week, but a lot of people actually get it right. A vast majority of people get the questions I set right. But it's just that, it's all to do with speed. Mama Like the Vodka, yeah. Yeah, Robert, Lisa did sell her house in England. She took quite a hit on it. I think she was originally on the market for 11 million sterling, and I think she sold it for something like 3.5 or 4 million. So she took quite a hit on it, I think. Mark, there are fans that would know that instantly. Yeah, I would be one of them. I would know that Mama Like the Roses was B-side to the single, The Wonder of You, because I can see the 45. I can see the sort of the paper cover on it, and I can see the titles. It's fixed in my head. There's also a delay as well. I think it depends on your internet speed. I don't know where Jake is. I was speaking to Jake there a couple of days ago on Facebook. So yeah, Calabasas, I think you pronounce that, and that's where her house was, but she sold it as far as I know. And Priscilla sold her house as well in California. So there's probably going to be a mass exodus. Yeah, it's not on slow mode, Robert. It's just on Steve mode. Yeah. Okay, very, very easy question, this. And then people say that's not an easy question, but it is. This is an easy question. Question 6. And again, I'm just looking. There's going to be no outright winner this week, unless, well, if Juan gets it, David gets it, Barbara gets it, Scarza gets it, or Danny gets it, they would have, one of those people would have 2 right answers. The answers come through before you say the question, Steve. Do they? That's not ideal. What car did Elvis drive to his dental appointment on the evening of August 15th, 1977? Okay. What car did Elvis drive to his dental appointment on the evening of August 15th, 1977? Hello, Woodsley Summercraft. I need the full. I need it spelt correctly, and I also need. There it is, David Lunn, Stutz Black Hawk. Okay, there was a few people that just put Stutz, but I wanted the full name of the car, Stutz Black Hawk. Okay, Juan says Black Stutz. Yeah. So actually, there is an outright winner this week. It's you, David Lunn. Well done, and that rhymes as well. David Lunn, well done. Ay. I mean, I think I'm in a bit of a funny mood tonight. I think I am. Okay, right. So we now move on to Song of the Week. My Song of the Week. Oh, actually, I wanted to just give a quick shout out before we go on to my Song of the Week. Matt Stone and Logan Ramey are doing a great job on a podcast called From Tupelo to Heaven. Their latest podcast was interviewing Cynthia Pepper from the film Kissing Cousins. Now, I spoke to Cynthia a few months ago, actually, and she's a lovely lady, and she was co-star, as I said, in Kissing Cousins. So check that out. Matt Stone and Logan Ramey, and it's called From Tupelo to Heaven. I said I'd give the boys a shout out because they're doing a great job, and you know. They're what they're doing. They're ultimately trying to do what I'm doing as well, which is trying to just keep Elvis's legacy and his memory alive. Okay, right. So yeah, Song of the Week from 1972. I saw some people saying, what was it? Always on My Mind, and a few others, which were studio recordings. But this isn't a studio recording. This is a live recording. It was written by Hoyt Axton, and it was a Billboard Top 10 hit for Three Dog Night in 1972. And it was Never Been to Spain. Okay, so what does everybody think of that? Never Been to Spain. It's not something you're going to hear played very much on the radio, or you might hear it on Sirius or something like that. But you won't just hear if somebody is asked to play Elvis Presley. Somebody rings a DJ and says, "Will you play Elvis Presley?" He's not going to play Never Been to Spain. That's for sure. Yeah, Vincenzo says Never Been to Spain is right. Yeah, that's the one I've picked. Jack says Never Been to Spain. Yeah. These are all guesses, I'd say. Lee says, great song. Rob says, love it as well. Yeah. Now, what I particularly like is it's such a transitionary song. That's one of the reasons I like it. It starts off kind of, it's almost like Elvis coming and sort of draping his arm over your shoulder and sort of confidently saying, well, I've never been to Spain. And then it builds and it builds and it builds, and it hits a crescendo where he's at full voice. So it's just a fantastic song. Now he started performing it in February in Las Vegas, and of course it was one of the highlights of Elvis on tour. It was one of the highlights of Madison Square Garden. But my personal favorite is the version that appears on the box set. Walk a Mile in My Shoes, the Essential 70s box set, or the complete 70s box set, Masters. So it's the midnight show, Las Vegas, February 16th. So if anybody wants to, thanks Matt, if anybody wants to check that out, it's on the Walk a Mile in My Shoes box set, and it's the midnight show in Las Vegas, February 16th. All right, and that is my Song of the Week, Never Been to Spain. And I think, if I'm correct, next week's Song of the Week is the following year, 1973. All right. Is it a live song or is it a studio song? Okay, I'll leave you to ponder that. Vincenzo has got the 70s Masters box set. Yeah. I'll tell you one of the reasons why I like that version on the box set is because James Burton's guitar is brought up in the mix. In a couple of the versions that have been released, some of the other live versions that have been released, whoever's mixed it, they haven't brought his guitar out far enough for my liking. So half time 0-0. Thanks, Danny. Okay, so that's why I've picked that one. They've mixed it and they've brought James's guitar out, and rightly so, because his guitar licks and his fills during Elvis's vocal is just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so a quick resume of what I said. I've got a interview coming up on Tuesday, and hopefully I can get it all post-productioned and edited and everything and posted on Wednesday, and I will see you here on Wednesday to talk about it and let you know what it's about, and you can then let me know. I'll try and sort of do the live stream and then post the video about 30 minutes later, because that's what I did with the Ginger Alden one as well. And I think that's it for this week, unless anybody has got anything else for me. Well, actually, all those box sets are good. The 50s box set, the 60s, and the 70s. When the 50s one came out, first of all, it was just absolutely awesome, because it was all, just about every master available at the time, it was released in chronological order when they were recorded, So it was just a great box set. And then they kind of wound it back a little bit with the 60s. They only gave us the essential 60s, not the complete 60s masters. And then they released a 2-box set with sort of like the rest of the masters, but only the essential movie masters. They didn't sort of give us them all. And then they sort of did the double features as well. So, and that would include all the movie soundtracks. Don't think he ever sang Never Been to Spain in Vegas. He did, yeah, because the one I like is from the midnight show, February 16th. So he did. I do like We Can Make the Morning, yeah. Where is that auction? What auction? Did I miss something? Don't forget to check out the latest videos that I did during the week, which was about the upstairs area at Graceland. It's almost like a virtual tour. Edwina English, hello from San Antonio, Texas. I was actually listening to Elvis from San Antonio from 1972 the other day on the box set Up Close. Or is it Close Up? It could be Elvis Close Up, actually. Mark says he's going to do his homework. Yes, next week it's B-sides, 60s B-sides. And if that goes well, I might do 50s B-sides. Oh, yes, Robert. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, that's correct. The channel that's going around claiming that Elvis sang Imagine. We actually know that that's not Elvis. And I think, as far as I know, to be honest, the Mersey boys that do the YouTube channel, they kind of know that they're not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes, because it's almost like a spoof channel. If you go to Mersey Boys' YouTube channel and look at the videos, I mean, they've got things like Elvis and Paul singing together and things like that. They're just kind of having a bit of fun. I don't think they for a minute tried to make people believe that Elvis was singing Imagine. Elvis Close Up, correct. I always say Up Close. I don't know why I say Up Close. It's Close Up. Hi, Anne. I have, Dave. I've heard the undubbed version of Any Day Now. Any Day Now, yeah. Any Day Now is a fantastic song. Any Day Now is probably going to be one of my songs of the week. 1 week. The Copycats, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Robert, no, they probably don't answer comments, no, but I think I think they realize that most people realize it's kind of just like a bit of fun. Yes, that's his name. I couldn't think of his name. It's Steve Ricks. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think if you comment, they don't really answer. But I don't think they're I don't think they're going out of going out of their way to try and pull the wool over people's eyes. I think they're just having a bit of fun. I think they expect most Elvis fans to realize that it's not Elvis singing. I haven't been to Vegas. No, I've been to America 3 or 4 times, but I haven't been to Vegas, unfortunately. Yeah, he's doing it for fun. He's right, Woodsley. Yeah, he's doing it for fun. I think somebody said the sincerest form of flattery is, what's the word I'm thinking of? You know what I'm trying to say, though, don't you? It's a sincerest form of flattery. Woodsley says he's been to Graceland 5 times. Wow. Impersonation. That's right. When somebody impersonates you, it's the greatest form of flattery. Right. So, if everybody is happy, I'll see you here Wednesday, and I will tell you more about the interview I've done. And Steve Ricks is a comedian. Well, yeah, that's true. Imitation, that's right. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Okay. Yeah, wouldn't it be great if we could all meet up after COVID is over? Yeah. Somebody else says they've been to Graceland 3 times. Okay, right. So thanks again for joining me on this kind of wettish, blowy, windy evening in Ireland. And as I say, hopefully you can join me on Wednesday when I will be telling you a little bit more about my upcoming interview and any other news I have that happens between now and Wednesday. And I'll be doing another round of the March quiz next Sunday and another song of the week. Until then, please take care and look after yourselves.